What's up, everybody? Welcome into halftime of the Week 17 matchups here at 1 o'clock. I'm the big man on campus. He's Donnie Wright. Said this is the closing line halftime edition here on SBRforum.com. Donnie, a couple of interesting things going on. How have you enjoyed the first half here?
Good, man. Picking up an easy dub, giving out -9.5 for those New England Patriots. That's always nice to get off the schneid right away and pick out a nice dub for the people.
We also have to listen to Pat McAfee call an NFL game, which is disastrous. Donnie, I've had to keep the mute on with this guy. He is really bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, Week 17 in meaningless games. You know, it's like preseason, like those college basketball tournaments you get mad at with Bill Walton. That's what they're doing in this one. Nobody really cares about that game, so you just try to throw somebody in there to have fun with.
This is ugly. But let's take a look at some of these scores here. Dallas Cowboys up 14-7. Yeah, this game in the first quarter looked like a stone cold under. Then you started getting some turnovers and, look, Donnie, Eli Manning, I mean, you have a guy in Saquon Barkley that does good things every time he touches the ball, yet Dopey's back there in the pocket throwing the ball still. Why not just run every fucking play with him?
No, you're right. You know what I'm watching right now too, Jeff? The Miami Dolphins just tied the Buffalo Bills at 14 right now. This is absolutely Buffalo Bills MO. Yes, 14-14 right now, yeah.
What a terrible beat if you had Buffalo first half. Fuck, man. This was 14-0 with like 3 or 4 minutes to go.
Isn't that it's wild when you check it up, because this is what they do continuously. This is like you can't trust them with the lead. They're up 14-0. The Dolphins should be like throwing in the towel and they can't put them away.
Oh my God, that is ugly. If you had, fuck, man, Jesus Christ, Kroom with a pick six with how much time to go?
Like 30 seconds too. Like you just get to the half and you got this dub. Oh man,
oh that's sick. 48 seconds to go. Yep. Ugh. All you need to do is just hope no pick sixes. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, just punt it away.
Carolina beating up New Orleans. How about Kyle Allen playing well? I had a feeling, Donnie, he had 4 for 4 this year in his career. Come out, let's build on that. Get the ball to McCaffrey. Saints couldn't care less about this.
No,
game.
And they got Andreas Pete hurt too, so they're just down 4 offensive linemen just looking to get out of there. But it was an interesting look. That's a weird line, -7.5, and we said, like, what are you going to get, Teddy Bridgewater? I mean, look, they came to play. That's interesting, man. Some of these games are wild to start.
It's funny. You look at Carolina; they wait for the last game of the year to start playing good on the road.
With a surprise quarterback out there, amazing, right?
They're also in the red zone again. Is that true? Yeah, Carolina in the red zone again.
Yeah, they're just that just looks like New Orleans just threw up the flag. Like, we don't even want to be here anymore.
By the way, Donnie, do you think Ron Rivera looks back on that going for 2 game where if he just kicks an extra point, who knows what happens? Maybe win that game. Who knows what happens in that Saints game?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where, again, I poo-poo it, but if Cam Newton doesn't play, they're in the playoffs, which is crazy. He's your franchise. Imagine saying if your franchise quarterback sat it out, you would be in the playoffs. But that's
Donnie, let me ask you a question. Yeah. If, let's say, Kyle Allen had the last 4 games to play with Carolina.
Yeah, because they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. Yeah. They beat the Saints. Because that key game which knocked them out, the Saints game, if they had I don't even want to say like a robot out there that had no idea what football was, he would have been better than Cam Newton.
Vittle is checking in. Good to see you. Yes, Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. I know he's you look at championships. That's what they look at. And they look at longevity of the career and, look, I think he is. I know people don't, but I think with the 2 Super Bowls, he's got to be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. The next couple games here, New England, easy cover the first half for that game.
Yeah.
The Jets had a shot to maybe make it interesting, with about 5 minutes to go in the half. They punch it in. It's 21-10, and who knows what happens. But
go for it.
Yeah, New England ends up keeping them out of the end zone. And you look at this total, Donnie. What was it, 46? You're already at 24 here, and the Jets look to be not really interested in playing defense. I mean, Tremaine Johnson out of this game. You mentioned Marge Claiborne. This team doesn't look very interested in this game real late here. This could be one of those games where New England push 40 maybe.
I don't think so, though, because I just think they're going to run the clock out on the Jets, and Tom Brady probably won't play the fourth quarter because they're out to such a nice lead. One more touchdown, you have your spot clinched up. What are you playing for the rest of the way? So I might think it might be just run the clock out and be done with it.
Yeah, Donnie, I'm sitting on, as you know, I'm sitting on under 45 in Detroit, Green Bay. And, I got to be honest, I'm pretty irritated with this game. I mean, this game is at 21. Green Bay's done absolutely nothing. Aaron Rodgers is out of the game. But Detroit is Green Bay has 14 missed tackles. You had a fucking fake field goal for a touchdown. I mean, and then Donnie was the last touchdown, the third touchdown. You had a 2nd and 15 on the 15-yard line. You're hoping, okay, hold to a field goal here. I'm not sure why I'm worried, but I'm very worried about this total. I mean, Green Bay's not doing anything, but Detroit looks like they're going to score in every position they have.
Yeah, I think it's going to slow. I think it's a great score for you there because we talked about it before we got on here. I don't think there's any more field goals in the plans for the Green Bay Packers. So if it's 4th and 9 at the 17, Jeff, they're going to go for the 4th and 7 as opposed to take the free 3 points, which in a 45-point game is huge. And what are you going to look at from the side for Detroit? They're just going to ground and pound and chew on that clock. They're not going to risk Matthew Stafford throwing the ball 15 to 20 times in the second half. There's no need for it. I think you're in an absolute perfect situation to hit that, Jeff.
I hope so. I'm just pretty irritated with just this game really shouldn't be much more than 10-0. I think, you know what I mean. That fucking fake field goal. I mean, it's wide open. Donnie, did you see that?
Yeah, no, the best part, it was a play that they just had run out there where you just put a tight end out left, and if nobody pays attention to him, you just snap it and throw it to him. So that's how much the Green Bay Packers are invested in Joe Philbin being their head coach. Remember that, Jeff? All the talk of, man, Philbin, if we have a good, strong finish, we can hire Philbin. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, and then they're talking about how wise Philbin is as a coach. He's so great. Yeah, looks like.
Yeah, you're over under in that second half, Jeff, for Green Bay is right on target, 20.5. So I mean, I like it, and I like it to stay under in the second half.
Yeah, I'll tell you a game that I'm going to be interested in here in the second half, and that's that Atlanta Tampa Bay game. You're 24 here in the first half. It was pretty tough to watch in the first quarter, but they ended up at least getting a 24 here. Tampa Bay, a second half team per usual. You got Atlanta. They need to fight back. They're probably just going to throw the rest of the game. 24, what do we have? 26.5 here. I don't know, kind of like that a little bit. So you're taking under 20.
I like under 20.5 in that game because I just think it's going to be a stalemate. I think it's going to be the LeGarrette Blount show. Let's not get Matthew Stafford, our franchise quarterback, hurt for next year. And Green Bay on the opposite side, Jeff, just throwing all caution to the wind and not kicking field goals, which you're going to probably lose 6 points in the second half because they will go for it as opposed to kick the field goals, and that should help you. Also, Jeff, getting back to that Tampa Bay, man, I was laughed at, Jeff, on the IFBC when I said, you know what? Watch out for Tampa Bay hitting their team total and being competitive this year. They win this game, they're going to hit their team total today, Jeff. How about that? Good old Tampa.
Yeah, how about that? Big man, thoughts on Bears and Rams? I definitely like the Bears. I've said that. Donnie likes the Vikings. Mm-hmm. I think the Rams probably roll. I mean, a lot to play for there, but all they got to do is win. So it's like, do they have any? The defense has struggled a little bit. Maybe Nick Mullins can give you something, but I definitely like the Bears a bit more. Donnie, let's talk about this Colts game quick here. Mm-hmm. This Colts Titan game. Obviously,
4.5 showing up on the board, Jeff. Jeez.
Yeah, this game obviously very important to both these groups. You win, whoever wins is in. You get the what is this? The AFC South.
Yeah.
What's the line here, Don? I'm having trouble with my eyes.
I got 4.5s and 5s across the board.
Very good. Obviously, the news comes in. No Marcus Mariota. I got to tell you, didn't bother me that he was in or out. Really didn't care. You're not going to get much out of Blaine Gabbert either. You look at T.Y. Hilton, Donnie, in his career against this Titan team, 10.47 yards an attempt when they play or targeting Hilton this season. He's dominated Titans with luck at quarterback. Obviously, a very big game here. What do you like here, Donnie?
I mean, it's pretty cut and dry at this point. I mean, we were leaning all week where Indianapolis would be the play just because of how well they're playing. Not a tendency to blow teams out, but would be the better coach team, have the better quarterback. And now it's pretty apparent that, hey, it's one of those things where if you take Indianapolis in this game and they lose, you say, well, I'll bet against Blaine Gabbert 9 times out of 10 in the same situation. We're not big on like trends, but it is pretty funny that what's Andrew Luck, like 10-0 versus the Titans all time? Like, you can't really throw that out because it's an outlandish type of number, but I don't use that much into my handicapping. I just think overall, if I need a play to be made, Jeff, it's 3rd and 6 out there. Who's making that play? Is it Blaine Gabbert? Or is it going to be Andrew Luck? And I think it's going to be Andrew Luck in this game. We'll lean on Henry. This isn't the old Colts defense that had Bullet Bob Sanders as the only last line of defense when Peyton Manning was back there with Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne and Edgerrin James and all those guys. This is a different defense. They're pretty physical, and they should be able to hold up in these spots. Like, can you see that, Jeff, something like a 17-10 game? 21-14, 21-17 type game along those. So that might not get you the cover if it ends up at the 21-17. What I'm trying to say is, I think the Indianapolis Colts win this game. We'll see if they can cover that 4.5 because you would have had a much better number early in the week.
Yeah, you definitely want to see what's going on here with injuries. Inactives could be interesting here. Pascal, Ebron, look on defense, Hooker, Gaithers, Matthew Adams, linebacker, Jabal Sheard.
If they're questionable in these games, most of them will go. The Ryan Kelly injury at center is a pretty big one there. And then Jarrell Case is a really big one again for the Titans.
Yeah, I talked about that in the roundtable. That's a big loss. He's one of their best sack masters. By the way, Jabal Sheard, possibly questionable with a teeth injury.
Yeah, maybe you got a root canal or something like that is messing around with him.
Yeah, maybe.
You missed the game with root canal. You got problems, man.
Didn't you get one of those recently?
Yeah, because they ain't that bad unless your dentist is terrible, I guess.
Yeah. Got to look at your dentist.
I guess a mouth infection where I guess you can't play or something goes wrong, you know?
True. Good point. Maybe he's got herpes.
Who knows? How about this, Jeff? How about this? 14-14 at the half, Miami, Buffalo. Second half opens up Bills -3, -3.5. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, man. This is it never should be like this.
Why is this total 19.5?
Yeah, because it's just it's a tie game. Look at that, 28. They're going to hit that over. Buffalo Bills at home with these totals of like high 30s, man, seem to always go over. I don't know. I don't know. I need Josh Allen with some better weapons out there because it's amazing that they even move the football to me. But you're supposed to slam the door, right? You're up 14-0. Miami's coming from the heat. They just want to go home, and you open the door for them. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. You're totally right. Can anyone explain why Dallas isn't playing? Why Dallas playing a lot of starters?
Well, you can't sit everybody. That's the problem in the NFL.
Yeah.
You don't have an 80-man roster.
Yeah, you can't just sit everybody. I mean, and no offense, dude, but like they're not playing anybody really. I mean, all their good players.
Dak Prescott, a bunch of backups, and they're moving the football because of how bad New England, the Giants, and this game could have went two ways. Jeff, you saw the very first. I'm watching obviously when we have it locally here. They're driving down the field to start the game, and I'm going to myself, Giants going to nuke the Cowboys, man. They don't even feel like being here. And isn't it amazing how one play, an interception by Eli in the end zone, completely changed it?
Yeah, no, you're totally right. As far as second halves here, I mean, I kind of like that Miami Buffalo over 19.5. It seems like a decent play. I mean, both these teams have shown they can move the football. I know Buffalo's defense is decent, and you got to realize, I mean, one of those touchdowns was a pick six, but I don't know.
It's rare because Josh Allen's going to make plays in this game, but he can't get out of his own way sometimes with that rocket arm. He just feels he can do anything he wants out there, and it always comes back to bite him, it seems like.
Bobby Mills asking if I'm going to Periscope the Eagles game today.
You know you will.
Yeah, I definitely will. I usually do. Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't take any effort. I just turn the Periscope on and sit there and watch
the game. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I could be really irritated because I'm going to be pissed off if the Eagles don't into the playoffs.
You're going to be mad at the Eagles are out. You're going to be mad like the Eagles are down like 7-6 in the third quarter. The Bears are actually beating the Vikings. Then
they're up 23-6 or something. I'm like, what the
floating?
Fuck?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
All right, Kyle, we'll look to wrap it up here. Donnie,
I'm going to sit on that under. I like it. I'm going to sit on that under. Still get a little bit of time to get it. 20.5 under in the Detroit game, which I know you have it full game, which backs. I'm not just doing that. You know I've been telling you all along. 21-0's a great score in this one. All you need is for Green Bay to get like a couple first downs on the first drive, punt, and then Detroit will handle the rest. So we'll see what happens here in the second half.
Yeah, again, my my closing line play of the day was Kansas City -9 for the first half against The Oakland Raiders. That's my play
Yeah,
there.
teams needing it, man. Teams needing these games, putting the teams away in the first half, as mine already won with the New England Patriots -9. I even took the worst number. It didn't even matter. It went from 8.5 to 9.5. Hey, take it. Bang, winner.
One other thing, Donnie, I'm going to throw this one out as well. I think they come out here on fire. I'm going to go Colts. What do we got first half there in the Colts? 3.
Probably like 2.5. I bet you're going to get 2. Oh, yeah. You know what? It is going to be at least 3 now. It's 2.5 early in the week. And by the way, David Bakhtiari looks like he's not going to come back in the game. That is the best offensive lineman for the Green Bay Packers. So down him and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Come on, Detroit. Clamp them down.
All right. I'm going to go Indy as well, -3 first half. I think they're up. They've been good to me all year. I'll throw them out as a free play here. All right, guys. Everyone had a great day. I hope you enjoy your NFL Sunday. If you feel free, catch me on Periscope a little bit later during the Eagles game. We'll have some fun there. And Eagles hopefully get into the playoffs, Donnie. Hopefully around 8 o'clock, we're talking about a playoff game here. What do you think?
We have to do an emergency podcast if that's the case, Jeff.
Maybe. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Finale of the Right Side of Campus, the last show. Donnie, we blow the candles out on about a year and a half of a show. Make sure you join us. We'll
go as long as we want to.
Yes, we're definitely going to do that. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See ya.